Great. And I'd also love to just open up with a brief introduction. So Lizeth Santamaria is a 16+ year lupus warrior, registered yoga teacher, board certified health and wellness coach, also known as the Lupus Coach, as well as the founder and owner of Discover Your Power LLC. Coach Lizeth is also a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach with over 15 years of coaching and health education experience. Lizeth's journey with lupus began in 2006 when she started experiencing various symptoms such as inflammation causing pain, hair loss, early stages of kidney failure, skin rashes, as well as exhaustion and low platelet count, which caused extreme bruising all over the body. So she decided to take control of her life by incorporating healthy lifestyle changes to heal and improve her health. She then became a coach to help and encourage people living with lupus and chronic illnesses by incorporating health and wellness lifestyle changes, as well as educate, motivate, and inspire others to heal and improve their health. Lizeth is also a lupus advocate for the Lupus Foundation of America. So with that, we're excited to welcome you and through this guided session of yoga.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you ladies for joining. So before we begin, I know that both of you guys have taken class with me before, but for those of you that haven't, I see that some people are gonna be joining us and more people have registered. So welcome to Nighty. All right, to get started out, I'm just gonna go over 3 different yoga modification poses that you can do at any time. Before I show you these poses, please know that whether you are a beginner or you have been well practicing yoga for a long period of time, yoga is an individualized practice, meaning that you have to take ownership of your flow and do what feels right for you. So if at any time I'm introducing a yoga pose that may feel uncomfortable due to flexibility or uncomfortable due to any lupus symptoms that you could be experiencing, please know that I more than encourage you to do any one of these modified poses. So the first modified pose that I'll introduce you to is seated position. So you're gonna sit on your mat with your posture tall. Always, always, always engage your core. Roll those shoulders back. Make sure that you're not holding any tension in your shoulders or in your neck, and your hands can go safely on the side or on your knees, either palms down or palms facing up. This is the first modified pose, which is seated position. The second modified pose is table position. So that's where you're gonna go on your hands and your knees. You're about shoulder width apart. Your hands are firmly pressing into the mat, as well as your knees. And you have a flat back, so your back is not arched up or arched down. So flat back, no tension or any strain in your neck and your shoulders, and your feet can either be flat or flexed. So this is the second modified pose, which is table position. And the third modified pose, which is one of my favorites, is child's pose. So you're literally gonna hinge back at your hips. You're gonna extend your arms all the way out, stretching out those shoulders, and you're gonna rest your head on the mat. And as far as your knees, if you wanna stretch out your knees, you can keep them about shoulder width apart, or you can extend them a little bit further when you hinge back, depending on your level of comfortability. And this is child's pose, the third modified position. So at any time, please feel free to visit any one of those poses throughout our flow. You don't need my permission. You can take ownership and do them as you need to. The other thing that I'll mention before we get started is you may want to utilize some props that you have nearby. So if you want to take this time to do that now, you can either use a yoga block, or you can get some pillows, maybe some firm pillows to use at any time. You may also want to grab a blanket for support. And the last 2 different props that you can use is you can either use a wall nearby, especially when we're doing downward dog. So if there's a wall nearby, you could just place your palms firmly into the wall and hinge back at your hips doing a modified downward dog. Or I have a chair here. You can also use a chair. Make sure that there's no wheels on the chair, that it's firm and stable. Place your legs backwards, and you can do a modified downward dog here. You can even do modified plank here on the chair if you would like. So any questions before we get started? All right. I'm going to play some music for us, and we're actually going to start by standing up. So if you guys want to join me standing up. So yoga is a combination of yoga poses, meditation, and breathing. So we're going to start off with some meditation and breathing just to get us started and to get us warmed up and to feel our body and how we're showing up today. All right, so your legs are about shoulder width apart. Let's go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Make sure that your posture is calm. Engage your core. I like to just ask you to extend your hands out to the side. If you like, you can bring them right here to heart center, whatever feels right for you. This is one of my favorite poses, just to get in touch with yourself and see how you're showing up, mind, body, and soul. So I invite you to close your eyes at this time slightly. Tilt your head up. Let's take a deep inhale in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out. Pushing that air out for 3, 2, 1. Let's take another deep inhale in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out. 3, 2, 1. I invite you now to continue to flow breath right for you. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Let's go ahead and take this time to relax again. All the way down from the soles of your feet, all the way up to the top. Scanning to see where you're connected with me, any imbalances. Let's focus on what we can do from the close. And feel the energy there to create that balance in me. As you continue to do the body scan, I also invite you just to really just tap into that.
It's hard to hear you.
Is it too loud? Can you hear me now?
No, I think the music's too loud.
How's it now?
A little better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we did a sound check before, so adjusted. Hopefully that's better. You can hear me? All right, let's go back into meditation mode. Extending your arms to the side, taking a deep inhale in. Exhaling out. With your eyes closed, let's just focus in on how you're showing up, mind, body, and soul. I want to invite you and give you the permission to release any thoughts, any stress that's happening outside of today, and just focus on the here and now. Focus on the space of healing that you are providing to yourself. Let's take this time to set an intention for how you would like to feel throughout our flow. Maybe even like you would like to feel throughout the week outside of today. Let's take a couple more deep breaths in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out. 3, 2, and 1. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Keep hold of that intention that you set for yourself throughout our flow. Let's extend your stance a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Remember to roll those shoulders back, posture tall. Throughout our session, you're going to hear me say engage your core. Let's go ahead and take a deep inhale in and extend our arms out. Literally squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back, still engaging your core. And exhale as we take one arm across our chest, pulling it in tight, really stretching out that shoulder. Deep inhale in, extending our arms back, switching sides. Exhale out. Bring your hands to the side. Let's do some neck stretches. Maybe around in a circle. Continuing to breathe. Other way. Deep inhales and exhales. Up and down. Slowly stretching out any tension that you have in your neck. Little left to right. Extending all the way. And side to side. Really taking ownership of what you feel like your body needs at this time. Back to center. Let's take a deep inhale, reaching all the way up. Really engaging that core. And exhale as you do a wide-legged forward fold, touching your palms to the mat. If you're not able to touch your palms to the mat, go ahead and extend your stance a little bit further. This is really stretching out your glutes and your hamstrings. So remember, send that healing energy there if you feel any tension. Feel free to let go of any tension in your neck and drop your neck and your head all the way. Taking a deep inhale and exhaling as you reach over to the left side. Deep inhales and exhales, really stretching out that left leg, those left hamstrings. And over to the right, taking a deep inhale and exhale as you go over to the right side. You should feel this in your right hamstrings, maybe your right glutes. And one more inhale and exhale as we go back to center and reach all the way to the back of your mat. Fully dropping your head. Really embracing that stretch and feeling those glutes and those hamstrings. Another inhale and exhale as you place your palms to the center of the mat now. And slowly walk your legs in. And now we're gonna drop those hips to yogi squat. This is where, if you would like, if this feels a little uncomfortable, you can grab that yoga block or pillow and literally place it right under you for support. You can have your hands at heart center and using those elbows to push out those knees to give you a further stretch. And if that still feels a little uncomfortable for you, feel free to keep your hands down on the floor. So I like to shift a little bit from left to right to really open up those hips. Let's take a couple deep inhales here. And exhale out. Keeping your posture tall, make sure that you're not hinging forward. Engaging that core. Another deep inhale here. Exhale out. Take our hands and go down to the mat in table position. We're gonna do a couple cat-cow stretches. So your knees and your hands are shoulder width apart. Let's take a deep inhale, drop that belly, arch your hips up, and inhale for cow. You may wanna slightly rock forwards and backwards to stretch out your wrists. And exhale, switching to cat as we arch your back up, bring your hips in, and exhale out for cat. Another deep inhale, switching back to cow, dropping your belly, arching your hips up, no tension in your neck or shoulders. And exhale as you switch back to cat. Back to center. Let's go ahead and visit our first child's pose. So let's hinge at our hips and extend our arms all the way out, dropping your head to the mat. Feel free to open up those hips a little wider if that feels right for you. And as you rest your head on the mat, let's go ahead and revisit that intention that you set at the beginning of the session. Focusing on that, making a promise to yourself that you're gonna focus on you and only you and your intention throughout our flow. Taking a deep inhale, coming back up to table. Now let's go ahead and tuck our toes. We're gonna do our first downward dog of the session. So go ahead and flex your feet. Remember, you can grab that table or go to a wall. and pushing up to downward dog. You're gonna pedal your feet back and forth. You may even want to go up on your toes, down on your heels, really doing what feels right for you at this time. We're gonna hold this for one more round of breath. Let's go ahead and take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale out, go back to table. Dropping your knees down to the mat, nice job. Let's go ahead and bring our right hand to the center of the mat. Lifting our left hand all the way up for side twist. If you can, have a soft gaze looking up at that left hand, really opening up that left shoulder, still engaging your core, taking a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, we're gonna bring that left hand back down and we're gonna thread the needle. So we're gonna bring it right under us, extend that right hand out, and then drop your shoulder to the other side. Hinging at your hips just like you would for Child's Pose. Excellent job, ladies. Taking one more inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna bring that left hand right back to the center of the mat. And we're gonna thread the needle with the opposite hand. So thread the needle to the opposite side, extending your left hand out and threading the needle with your right hand. Really stretching out that right shoulder. Deep inhale here. And exhale out. Now we're gonna come back, so bring your hand all the way through, back to the mat. We're gonna bring our hands to the top of the mat, and we're gonna engage our core, our glutes, our thighs, and our hamstrings, putting our elbows onto the mat. This is Sphinx Pose. So we're engaging our lower half of our body, including our core, and we're putting our elbows into the mat, really extending our posture up. So we're giving ourselves a good back stretch, and we're also stretching out our neck. So feel free to stretch out your neck here if you would like in Sphinx Pose. Making sure you take deep inhales and exhales. One more inhale here. And exhale out. We're gonna take our palms and put them right back to our chest area. We're gonna engage our knees, tuck your toes, and we're gonna revisit downward dog one more time. So taking a deep inhale, pushing back onto downward dog again. Looking at the top of your mat, and then we're gonna walk to the top of your mat to forward fold. Taking a deep inhale, we're gonna swing our arms all the way up and around for mountain pose. And then exhale as we bring our hands back to heart center. Nice job, ladies. So we should be a little bit warmed up now. So now we're gonna go through a short flow. So with your legs shoulder width apart, you're at the top of your mat, your hands are at heart center. We're gonna do a flow on the left side and then the right side of our body. So take a deep inhale, you're gonna slightly bend your knees, engage your core. Take a deep inhale as you reach all the way up, slight back bend. This is where you're engaging your core. Beautiful. And exhale back to forward fold. Nice job. You may want to ragdoll here, grab your elbows, slightly swaying from left to right, really engaging those glutes, stretching them out, engaging your hamstrings. Deep inhale as we halfway lift. So your hands are going to be on your thighs. You're shifting your shoulders back and engaging your core as your head is being pulled forward like it's on a string. Really stretching out those glutes and those hamstrings again. Taking a deep inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale. On the exhale, we're going to reach back down for forward fold and scoop our arms all the way up. And we're going to sit in chair position. So the majority of the weight is on those back heels. No tension in your shoulders. Really engaging your thighs and your core at this time. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale back to forward fold. Nice job. Here we're going to do runner's lunge. So we're going to send that right leg back for runner's lunge. Your palms are into the mat. You're going to bring that right hand to the center. Taking a deep inhale here. You may want to rock a little bit forwards and backwards to really stretch out those hips. Taking a deep inhale, we're going to lift that left hand for side twist. Soft gaze, looking up at that left hand if you can. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to bring that left hand back down. And we're going to send that left leg back for plank. If you're not able to do that, feel free to drop your knees. Still keeping your glutes engaged. So we're going to hold plank for 3, 2, and 1. Lower chaturanga down to push-up position as slow as you can. Releasing down to the mat, untucking those toes, taking a deep inhale. And we're going to push all the way up for upward dog, engaging the lower half of your body and your core. No tension in your shoulders or neck. Deep inhale, exhale out. Another deep inhale here. And on the exhale, you're going to push all the way back to child's pose again. Take a couple deep breaths. Rebalance yourself. Return back to your intention. We're going to take another round of breath here. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, push back up to table. Go ahead and tuck those toes. Take another deep inhale as we push out to downward dog again. Feel free to take ownership of your pose. Pedaling your feet or going up and down on your heels. Your tiptoes, looking up at the top of the mat, taking a deep inhale and walking to the top of your mat for forward fold. Taking a deep inhale, raising those shoulders all the way up and back. Let's reach up around and exhale back to heart center. Awesome job. We're going to do that flow again on the opposite side. Deep inhale here, slight bend in your knees. We're going to go a little faster this time. Reaching all the way up, slight back bend, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Sending those shoulders back and forward, engage your core. Stretch out those hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. Scoop it up around and up and sit in the chair pose. Remember the weight is on those heels. Taking a deep inhale, exhale out. No tension in your shoulders or neck. Deep inhale here. Engage that core and reaching all the way up and exhale, forward fold. Ragdoll here if you would like. Deep inhale, exhale, hands come down to forward fold. This time we're going to send that left leg back for runner's lunge. Feel free to rock slowly forwards and backwards if you would like, stretching out those hips and those glutes. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. Remember, if you have any tension, send healing energy there at this time. We're going to bring that left hand to the center of the mat. Take a deep inhale as you reach all the way up to side twist with that right hand. Soft gaze, looking up at that right hand if you can. Really stretching out that left hip and that right glute. Feel free to drop your knee if this feels uncomfortable for you. Deep inhale here. And exhale, bring that right hand down. Send that left leg back for plank. Option to drop those knees if you would like. We're going to hold plank for 3, 2. I'm so proud of you, ladies. And 1. Lower chaturanga down to the mat slowly. Untuck those toes. Take a deep inhale and push up for upward dog. Engaging your core, your glutes, your hamstrings. No tension in your shoulders or neck. We're going to stay here for 2 rounds of breath. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. Return back to that intention. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to push back for child's pose and rest for 2 rounds of breath. Revisit that intention. Balance your body. Focus on your healing mind, body, and soul. One more inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna push back up to table. Let's take our toes. Go ahead and make sure that they're tucked. We're gonna push our palms into the mat and push up for a downward dog. Feel free to modify if you need to. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. Looking up at the top of your mat, slight bend in your knees. Walk to the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale as you roll those shoulders back, reaching all the way up and around. And exhale as you bring your hands back to heart center. Let's go ahead and give yourself a huge hug for what you've been able to do right now. Practicing appreciation and gratitude for just being able to wake up today and be here today. I'm so proud of you and I'm honored. All right, let's bring your hands back to heart center. We're gonna take a deep inhale and we're gonna step back with our left leg and reach all the way up for warrior one. So I'll show you from the front. Both of your feet are facing forward. Your shoulders are square to the front. Beautiful job. You have no tension in your shoulders, so send those shoulders down. Keep your posture tall. Engage that core here. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna shift to warrior two. So both of your hands are out. Your palms are facing down. Your front toes are facing forward and you're looking forward. And those back toes are at a 90-degree angle. So remember to make sure that those palms are facing down. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale, let's reach forward. Turn that front palm upside. And we're gonna reverse warrior here. So that front palm is gonna come up and you're facing that palm up in the air. And that left hand is on your left thigh or resting behind you. This is reverse warrior. Feel free to really bend that front knee, get a good stretch on that front leg. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, you're gonna bring that right hand down, stretch out that right front leg, that knee, and reach all the way up, taking a deep inhale with that left palm. Very good, this is triangle pose. Really feel the stretch in your lower body, engage that core. Try not to hinge your shoulder forward, really open up that left shoulder, stretching out that left shoulder, stretching out that neck as you look at that left hand in the sky. Continuing to engage your core. This is beautiful, ladies. Taking a deep inhale here. On the exhale, you're gonna come all the way up, facing forward into Goddess Pose. So your shoulders are back, your posture's tall, you're engaging your core, you're opening up those hips, letting gravity take its place. Bring your hands to heart center. Deep inhale, exhale out. We're gonna reach all the way up, deep inhale, and around, exhale out. Your palms are facing up. Deep inhale, exhale out. One more time, deep inhale, and exhale out. Bring your hands back to heart center. We're gonna hold this for 5, 4, feel free to close your eyes if you would like. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're gonna shift our stance back to the front. And instead of going to warrior one, we're gonna bring those hands back for Cactus Pose. So it's like you're bringing those shoulders back behind you, really opening up your chest. This is a great move to open up that heart chakra. If you feel any blockages emotionally, slightly tilt your head up to the sky if you can. If you would like, you can close your eyes. Let's take a couple deep breaths in for Cactus Pose. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, you're gonna use those back toes to bring you back to center. Very good. We're back to mountain pose. So we're gonna do this on the opposite side. So for mountain pose, your hands are at heart center. Let's make sure that our posture is tall. Roll those shoulders back, engage that core. Take a deep inhale as we send that right leg back and reach all the way up for warrior one on the opposite side. So from the front, it looks like this. Both of your toes are facing forward. Very good. Sending those shoulders down, no tension in your neck. Both of your toes are facing the front. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out. One more inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna shift to warrior two. So both of your palms are facing down. Shoulders are rolled back, you're engaging your core. Your front toes are facing forward. Your back toes are at a 90-degree angle. Hold this for 2 rounds of breath. Deep inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna slightly reach forward, turn that for palm, facing up, and reach all the way up for a reverse warrior. You still have that front knee bent, and that back hand is either on your thigh or resting behind you. No tension in your shoulders or neck. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, you're gonna straighten out that front knee and reach all the way down with that left hand. Right hand is gonna swing open, really opening up that right shoulder. You have soft gaze looking up at that right hand. Make sure that you are not hinging forward, that you're fully opening up your shoulder and your hip. Deep inhale and exhale. One more inhale, and we're gonna come up and meet me in Goddess Pose. So remember to roll those shoulders back, posture tall, engage your core, hands to heart center. Let gravity take its place as you open up those hips. Focus on your core strength. We're gonna take a deep inhale, reaching all the way up. This time we're gonna go for 3. Exhale out, palms facing up. Deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale out. One more inhale here. And exhale out. Bringing hands back to heart center. We're gonna hold this for 5. Continue to breathe. Focus on that core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to Cactus Pose. So that left foot is forward, right foot is back. Really open up those shoulders for Cactus Pose. Opening up our heart chakra, bringing those shoulder blades touching in the back. Opening up that chest, healing any emotional energy that we need to at this time. Holding this for 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, exhale out. One more inhale here. On the exhale, you're gonna use those back toes to bring you back up to mountain pose and back to center. Let's go ahead and face forward. We're gonna do a couple stretches here. This is one of my favorite parts. As we get older, our core strength and balance and flexibility is everything when it comes to our mobility. Yoga is recommended for daily movement, daily mobility, especially for all of us that have lupus and chronic illness. So the older that you get, if you are able to practice daily movement every day, you will see improvements when it comes to your lupus and your symptoms. So just strongly encouraging that, and I think that that's good to know, especially for someone like me that's been told, don't exercise, don't do this, don't do that. Studies now show that it is recommended. So it will lower inflammation levels. It'll help to decrease the pain that you're feeling, improve organ function, circulation, and you will feel better, I promise you. So these are a couple poses to help with your posture, to help with your strength and your flexibility. So first thing I want to do is tell you to stand about a little closer than shoulder width apart. So we're going to find our stability with our left leg, and we're going to bring our right leg up, and this is called tree pose. So you can either put your foot down at your ankle, on your knee, or a little higher on your thigh. That feels good for you. Trying to keep your knee expanded and open to the side. And if you're finding yourself a little wobbly, that's okay. You find your stability by keeping your posture tall and engaging your core. So you can have your hands out here to heart center, or even challenge yourself by having them up in the air. Whatever feels right for you. We're gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Slowly come back down to center. Now we're going to do the opposite side. You may notice some imbalances from left to right, but that's why we focus on the left and then the right. So find your stability with your right leg this time. We're going to lift up the left, placing it either on your ankle, your knee, or up above. Really opening up that left hip. Roll those shoulders back, engage your core. Place your hands wherever you would like. Continuing to breathe, we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. So nice, ladies. All right, now we're going to find our core stability with our left leg this time. Right leg is going to come up. And this time we're going to rest it on that left knee and hinge at our hips for chair pose. So find that stability and core balance, making sure that you're not dropping that chest. You're still keeping your posture tall, engaging your core. I like to keep my hands at heart center. You can keep it out or up wherever you would like. Once you find your balance, we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out. Very nice. Switching sides, find that stability with your right leg this time. Left leg is going to come up and rest on that right knee. Remember to keep your posture tall, engage that core. Whenever you're ready, deep breaths, deep inhales and exhales, holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out. Very good. Again, you may notice some imbalances from left to right. That's why we do this, to create that whole body balance. Very good. One more pose. We're going to do warrior 3. So from here, you're going to turn to the side. Find that stability with that I'm going to do my left leg, and I'm facing the left side of the room. So if you're facing the right side of the room, you're going to do your right leg at this time. The left leg is for stability. You're going to send that right. I like to bring my hands to heart center. You may want to have your hands behind you. It's up to you. You're going to lift up that right leg. This is called warrior 3. If you want, you can still find the wall next to you for stability or balance. I like to flex my foot, and it helps to give me that balance that I need. You're going to hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Switching sides. Find your stability and balance with that opposite leg. Let's go ahead and hinge at your hips. Flex that foot, send it all the way back. You can also point it if you would like. That feels right for you. Whenever you're ready, we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out. So proud of you. All right. At this time, we're going to work our way back down to the mat. So meet me back at the top of your mat. Hands to heart center. Slight bend in your knees. We're going to do our last back bend. So take a deep inhale, engage that core, slight back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna send that left leg back for runner's lunge. We're gonna send that right leg back for plank. Option to drop your knees if you would like. We're holding this for 3, 2, and 1. Lower, try to run it down to the mat. Taking a deep inhale. Pushing all the way up for upward dog. No tension in your shoulders or neck. Exhale as you go back to child's pose. Returning back to that intention that you set for yourself. Let's see if we can carry that through the remainder of the flow. Deep inhale here. Exhale, pushing back up to table. From here, we're gonna slightly lift that left hand and right leg out, engaging your core, and the right hand is on the mat, giving us that balance and stability along with our left knee. So squeezing at the top, deep inhale here. Exhale, coming back to table. We're gonna switch sides. So left leg out, right hand out. Deep inhale here. Exhale down. Make sure that you're engaging that core and you're squeezing at your glute. Switching sides, deep inhale here. Exhale down. One more time on the opposite side. Deep inhale here. Exhale down. From here, take a deep inhale. We're gonna roll our shoulders back. Posture tall. And I'm gonna show you a great pose to wake up in the morning. So we're gonna bring our hands back to our hips. And this is a modified version of the pose. So you're gonna widen your stance a little bit. We're gonna open our chest and drop our head and our shoulders, and we're gonna open up that chest. This is Camel Pose. Taking a deep inhale and exhale whenever you're ready to come out. So actual Camel Pose, instead of putting our hands at our hips and then opening up our chest back, we're gonna take our hand, we're gonna tuck our toes, and we're gonna reach back to our heel on both sides. So from the front, it looks like this. So we're reaching back to that left heel, reaching back to that right heel, opening up our chest. If this feels uncomfortable for you, feel free to modify. Take a deep inhale as you reach back. And whenever you're ready, exhale as you come out of the pose. That was excellent, ladies. Yes. All right, let's bring our hands back to the mat. We're gonna send that left leg back and bring that right leg forward. This is one of my favorite poses, Pigeon Pose. So that front leg, we're gonna wrap it around our hip in the front. We're gonna untuck our toes on the left. Feel free to shift left and right to open up those hips. Your palms are in the mat, your chest is up. You should feel the stretch in your left hip and your right glute. Taking a deep inhale here. And then exhale down to your elbows. Again, you can slowly rock left to right to open up those hips and stretch out that glute. Feel free to continue your breathing on your own here, doing what feels right for you. Go ahead and take one more inhale here, placing your palms into the mat, lifting your chest. Tuck those left toes. Send that right leg back for plank. Bring that left leg forward. Drop that knee, wrap it around your front hip. Untuck the right toes. Now we're in pigeon on the other side. Your palms are in the mat. Your chest is tall. Feel free to rock slightly left and right to open up that right hip and stretch out that left glute. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, go down to your elbows. Really take ownership of your flow, doing what feels right for you at this time with your breathing. You should feel this in your left glute, in your right hip. If you feel any pain or discomfort, feel free to modify, send loving, healing energy to that place where you want to create balance. Great, let's take a deep inhale, place your palms into the mat, lift your chest. We're gonna sit on that back, on that left glute. Bring our legs around to the front. Let's extend that right leg out, keeping the left leg bent. We're gonna do side twist. So if your left knee is up, we're gonna put that left hand behind us and use that front hand and the left knee to twist to that left side. Making sure that you're not collapsing your shoulders, really open up that chest, posture tall, engage that core. Deep inhale, exhale out. One more deep inhale and exhale out, dropping that left leg, lifting up that right knee. We're gonna side twist to the other side. So use that left hand on that left knee to really open up that chest. Make sure you're not collapsing your chest. Posture is tall, engaging that core. Deep inhales and exhales. On the exhale, go ahead and come back to center. We're gonna sit at the top of the mat. We're gonna do one of my favorite poses. This is called Plow Pose. So I'm gonna show you the movement first and explain while I'm doing it, and then you guys can join me after. So I'm gonna use my momentum to let my body rock all the way back. I'm also gonna use my hands to support my hips to come up and back, and this is Plow Pose. You can also support your hips and go all the way up. You can also do chair, whatever you feel like here. And then when you come back down, you slowly let your hips drop to the floor. So if you would like to join me, you can. If not, you can just stay right here, and that is okay. All right, let's try to do Plow Pose. So we're gonna use that momentum to go back on our shoulders and support your hips as they come up. Do whatever feels right for you at this time. Continuing to breathe. This is a great lower back stretch. Deep inhales and exhales. Slowly come out whenever you're ready, supporting your hips as you come out. Let's hug those knees into your chest. And let's point them up in the air, pointing and flexing your toes. We tend to really neglect our feet. You can also rotate your ankles here at this time. Let's bring that left knee in, extend that right foot all the way out. Feel free to adjust on your mat if you need to. Taking a deep inhale as you bring that left knee in, really stretching out that left hip. Take a deep inhale, bring that left hip open to the left side. Take another inhale here and bring that left hip in back to center and then down to the right side. And take your left hand and open it up to the left. So you're doing a side twist. And I'm holding that left knee down with my right hand. It's a great stretch for your left shoulder, your back, also your hips. Take one more inhale and exhale back to center. Extend that left leg, bring that right knee in. that right knee to your chest. And exhale as you open it up to the right side. Take one more inhale here, bring that right knee into center. And then exhale as you bring it down to the left side, extending your right hand open to the right, using the left hand to bring that knee down to the left. Inhales and exhales, you come back to center. Let's go ahead and lift your legs up in the air, grabbing them on the outsides. This is Happy Baby. This is a great lower back stretch. This also helps with digestion. Deep inhales and exhales as you release any tension that you're holding in your body. Let's take one more final hug to your knees to the center of your chest. And let's extend your legs out, extend your arms out. This is Shavasana. Before we end in Shavasana, let's go ahead and take a deep inhale, squeezing your toes, squeezing your hands, squeezing your glutes, engaging your core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale as you release. Push that air out. Let's do that another time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your hands, your toes, your glutes, your core. Deep inhale and exhale out, release. One more time, squeeze, 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 everything, everything, everything. One more inhale and exhale, release. Letting your body sink into the mat. Feel free to close your eyes at this time. I want to challenge you to focus on stillness in your body, stillness of your mind, returning back to your soul, returning back to yourself, focusing in one last time on that intention that you set for yourself for this session, maybe even how you would like to feel. Visualize yourself living and breathing your intention throughout the rest of the week. We're going to stay here in Shavasana to end our flow. Whenever you're ready, slowly return back to yourself. Meet me in seated position. Let's roll our shoulders back, posture tall. Do any last minute stretches that you would like. Put our right hand down. Take a deep breath in, reaching all the way up with that left hand. Exhale as that left hand comes down. Taking that right hand, take a deep inhale, reaching all the way up. Right hand comes down. Let's bring your hands to heart center. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take this time to practice some gratitude and appreciation for anything that has come into your life, any new opportunity, any door open, any new relationship, friendship, new encounter, or maybe it's a door closed that is a blessing to you that you can find appreciation and gratitude. The door closing, an ender, an ending, whatever it is with this chapter in your life, find a moment to practice appreciation, gratitude now. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug for what you've been able to do today. I am so proud of you, Lupus Warrior ladies. Congratulations. Whenever you're ready, namaste. Thank you so much for joining. It has been an honor to practice yoga with you today.